League's health and safety protocols by attending an outdoor event for his tequila brand last week. The NBA was aware of the event and will reportedly not be suspending LeBron or making him quarantine because the event wasn't a threat to spread COVID. The Lakers have not reached the 85% vaccine threshold yet, but Frank Vogel said they should reach it by today. So, Shannon, what do you make of this?
Nothing, because everybody that showed up had to bring this. I happened to be there. Yeah, at the airport. At the airport, so we was all good.
That's your vaccination card.
That sure is.
Okay.
So we had a good old time, Skip. You know, I got you a bottle coming. Got you one too, Jenny?
Woo.
Yeah, you know, that's how we do it, Skip Bayless. You a hater.
I don't drink tequila, but I'll take it gladly and give it to somebody else.
No, you gotta
okay.
display
Just
it.
feature it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Skip, look.
All right.
I understand this was the event. Obviously, they had planned this for some time, and then we're coming out of COVID, and the CDC are relaxing guidelines, either state levels. California, we're starting to open up more and more as we speak, and it seems to me the NBA is still stricter than the CDC and state and local levels.
That is true.
As far as the protocols. I hate that LeBron, you know, really he kind of put the NBA in a bind because they kind of would have been well within their rights if they say, you know what, LeBron, you got to sit this one down. But you and I both know they're not sitting LeBron James down. You know,
I don't think so.
in the playoffs.
Even though they said he was found to be in breach
right,
of the COVID protocol.
Because they said everybody that showed up needed to have proof of vaccination or they have to have a proof of negative test. So, and I guess because it was somewhat of a scaled event and they could control it, they was like, okay, we feel that this is not a spreader event. We feel very comfortable moving forward. I'm sure Adam Silver probably called LeBron and said, bro, you put us in a tough spot. We're not going to suspend you, not going to fine you.
Or quarantine you.
Or quarantine you, but please, moving forward. But Skip, look, I don't want to really make a big deal about this. I believe the event was safe as it could be. The CDC has already said that if you've been vaccinated, it's okay for you to gather. And this was not a large event, Skip. It wasn't 1,000 people. It was a few, you know, close family and friends that had got together, you know, had a little taste, a little 2-3 fingers of tequila.
That's fine. I got it.
That's it.
And I think the NBA ultimately deemed this a lesser violation because it was outside.
Correct.
Okay?
Right.
And by the way, just watching sports yesterday, watching inside and outside sports, PGA and NBA playoff games, it looked like the pandemic's a thing of the past, right?
We'll look back in 2 years like, what pandemic?
Right.
But actually this fall, because the football stadium is going to be jam-packed. So we'll look back and skip like, well, huh? Because I watched a little bit of PGA. Congratulations, Phil. I'm like...
That was an unmasked madhouse out there, right?
But the South has been unmasked for the longest of time, Skip. I don't know if you've been back down there in a while. But
I have not. I have not left the confines of my home, thanks to my wife.
Yeah, but maybe you should start getting out. Tell Ernestine it's okay. Both of you guys are vaccinated. You can get out now, Skip.
She actually, on Saturday evening, allowed me to eat takeout food. It's the first time in a year. What have we been, a year and 2 months?
Yes.
First time I've eaten any restaurant food was Saturday night. That's how strict we've been. But that's okay. I love her for it.
Skip,
we got this far.
You vaccinated now.
Okay, I'm vaccinated. Okay, now back to vaccination with LeBron. It has been puzzling to me. It has surprised me that apparently he has not been vaccinated. And again, it is his right as an American citizen to do whichever choice he chooses, whichever way he wants to go. I got no problem with it. I was only surprised because he's the face of the league.
Right.
And he's definitely the face of a franchise in the Lakers who had a team initiative offering incentives to fans of free tickets if they got vaccinated. And his league has had all sorts of public service announcements featuring Kareem and Bill Russell and Greg Popovich. Please get vaccinated. WNBA, one PSA after another. Please get vaccinated. But LeBron has declined to say whether he has or hasn't, so I don't know for a fact. But Dennis Schroeder said there are 2 of us who are not vaccinated, and he says publicly, I will not get vaccinated.
Right, he said he's not getting vaccinated, but he said, well, the other day he said he's the only one now that's not vaccinated. I think the thing is like LeBron, nah, look, y'all get a certain, y'all already know too much about me. Damn it, I'm not telling you if I am or not. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of my family. And for me, I believe in the best interest of his family would probably get vaccinated. Probably Savannah is, and I think Bronny is probably the only one that's of age, the young kids that can get vaccinated. Yep. But for me, I don't have a problem with it. I just hate that. Skip, you know, I'm a rule follower. If they say don't do this, that's me. I ain't trying to break no rules and go all out of scope and things of that nature. And I get it. Like I said, I believe LeBron and them had this event planned for an extremely long period of time. And once they relaxed the regulations, be it CDC, state and local levels, and the event said basically, you got a card, you show negative test, you'll be allowed to come in. And so, like you said, it was outside. It was closely monitored. So I feel comfortable, but they weren't suspended. Look, Skip, they could have had this in a tent. They could have had 700 people in a tent. They're not suspending LeBron James for the playoffs.
They're not. I agree. I laughed at that. But now Frank Vogel said yesterday after the game, we will surpass the threshold of 85%. I think it's 15 out of 17.
Right.
By today, he said. By today? Really?
Right.
By today. Well, then I had to leap to a conclusion. Might be wrong, but I'm educated guessing that LeBron's getting vaccinated or has gotten vaccinated.
We done got it.
Huh?
We just ain't telling y'all.
Well, maybe.
Y'all know too much as it is.
Okay, well, the problem is with the protocol still in place, as you just said, in the NBA, the team protocols are such that when you go on the road, as they did on, Saturday night, I guess, to Phoenix, well, you're restricted as a team because you haven't reached the threshold yet. So your rules are way more severe than other teams who have reached the threshold.
Right.
You can't have team dinners. You're not supposed to have dinners on the flight. So I don't know if they restrict it. I don't know how you even police that.
Oh, so that's what they're doing now? So that's why we can't have no dinners?
Well, that's if you're not over the threshold, you can't have a team flight dinner.
So what they do about them high tickets they be charging? Can I get something for my money instead of box lunches? Hold on. Why can't a team, Skip, that's a chartered event. It's hard for me to believe that the pilots and the flight attendants on a chartered event hadn't been vaccinated. I would think that was the first thing that you had to get done in order for you to go back to work. Okay. So you mean to tell me, come on, really?
Well, that's only a 45-minute
45 minutes. Yeah. And guess what, Skip? You in a confined area. So you can be in the confined area, but if we serve you food, that might be what end up giving you COVID.
Well, obviously, the last thing this league wants or needs right now is an outbreak on one of the playoff teams.
Yeah, but ain't nobody there but them.
Okay, I got it. But when they get to the hotel, they're much more restricted at the hotel than a team that has been fully vaccinated, right?
Oh, Skip, I get the hotel coming in contact with the work. You don't know if the workers or the staff at the front desk. You don't know who. Skip, normally they just have the tickets laying out, or they have somebody to pass out your tickets. I mean, Skip, not your ticket, your room key. Once you get there, somebody's handing you your room key, because they had to, because, you know, I would take people's room key and do something bad to their room before they got there, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But anyway, so I don't want to make too much of a deal out of this. LeBron is fine.
Okay, I got it, but you follow politics a lot more closely than I do.
Yes.
And yet I thought LeBron would be aligned with the group of people who would get vaccinated, who would push to get vaccinated. I don't know.
Skip. LeBron, if you look at the vote, LeBron didn't tell you who he voted for if he was registered to vote. He said he wanted you. LeBron wants to have a level of privacy, Skip, because when you're an athlete or you're a celebrity or you're a prominent public figure, people think they have access to they should know everything. What type of gas you put in your car and what you eat for breakfast and all that. And LeBron says, you know what? I want a certain level of privacy.
How many followers does he have on?
85 million.
85 million.
85.4 as of last night.
Privacy. What if he just abandon social media? That would be privacy.
No, we ain't doing that. We're not going to do that. Because, Skip, look, there are certain groups of people that no matter what LeBron says or anybody else says, they're not going to get vaccinated. Whatever the case may be, whatever the reason. I'm scared of needles.
That is true. Yeah.
But they go get all this other stuff done, and they do all this other stuff that's worse than probably the vaccine, but they ain't got no problem with that.
I agree. I've covered several prominent athletes I will not mention who had a deathly fear of needles. They just would not be injected.
I think I got a I fear dying more than I fear needles.
Really?
I don't know about all the rest of it. Yeah. Okay. Especially if it's something I can prevent. Skip, I mean, it's preventable.
I got it.
I mean, it's just like, Skip, you got measles. You got to get chicken pox. You had to get vaccinated. You had to get boosters.
That's why I thought LeBron would be a leader in let's get vaccinated.
He is.
Well, is he?
Let's go get vaccinated. We're gonna put that PSA out today.
Okay, well, maybe, because Vogel says, I guess he probably did get vaccinated. Remember, it takes, what, 2 weeks to kick in?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because you got to get one, and then 3 weeks later you go get the other.
Right.
Yeah, so, I was in the front of the line.
Maybe he went with the Johnson & Johnson, he got the one.
Man, everybody get that. No, they ain't get it. No, he got the Pfizer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay.
Pfizer.
Okay, well, good. That takes 2, right?
Yes.
Whatever you
But
talk
Ernestine, it's
about
safe for you to go
fraud,
outside.
It's always me with you, Shannon. Okay, well.